Senator John Kennedy is back at it again, out here dropping truth bombs on these liberals' doorsteps, okay? And yeah, drop down below in the comments if you guys think that Senator John Kennedy is a true gem, is a national treasure and a true gem, all right? Are you guys ever going to vote blue ever again? Let me know your thoughts down below. Shout out to the King Squad. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. Thank you for any and all donations. All the links to support the channel are down below in the description. And I apologize for my absence, you guys, okay? I was very sick, wasn't feeling the greatest, but we're back and in great health, guys. We're back and we're here to stay, okay? With that being said, let's get right into this video and let's go.
Author of the brand new book, How to Test Negative for Stupid and Why Washington Never Will. Senator, good morning to you. We were just talking during that press conference, Speaker Johnson. I think, generally speaking, for most Americans, it's a complicated issue. You got to read deeply to understand it. I know you could probably give it to us in 30 seconds, but here's what the Republican argument is. They passed a clean bill in the House. You simply had to do it in the Senate. That did not happen. The health insurance changes that Democrats want, if there are no changes, you have until the end of December to go ahead and negotiate these back and forth. And the Senate Democrats have voted 13 times for a continuing resolution to keep the government operating.
Yes.
What am I missing?
You're not missing anything. This is I know it looks complicated, but it's not. Last Tuesday, the country was rocking along, minding its own business. Our budget ended at midnight. A few weeks before we'd gone to our Democratic friends, said, let's vote to keep it open for about 6 weeks. They said, no, we won't do it. We'll shut it down unless you give us $1.5 trillion. And we said, well, that's not going to happen. That'll happen when donkeys fly. You know that. So they keep voting no to open it up. All we're saying is open it up, no strings attached, so we can continue to negotiate. And they say not until you give us $1.5 trillion, which we're not going to do. And that's what's going on.
Everybody is dug in. In the meantime, there was this over the weekend. I know that you pay a lot of attention to, of course, the law and also Justice Kavanaugh. There was a person who attempted to kill him, young man who now says he's transitioning. The Justice Department asked for 30 years. He was only given 8 years. And Pam Bondi said this, that the attempted assassination of Kavanaugh was a disgusting attack against our entire judicial system by a profoundly disturbed individual. DOJ will be appealing the woefully insufficient sentence imposed by the district court, which does not reflect the horrific facts of this case. What do you think of this?
Well, first on the shutdown, it won't end until everybody in the Senate takes their ego out back and shoots it, and then it'll end. In terms of the sentencing, I've said this repeatedly, we don't need more gun control. We need more idiot control. And this guy who tried to assassinate Justice Kavanaugh is nuts. That doesn't absolve him of a responsibility. I believe in free will and responsibility. But you have to isolate these people from society. In 8 years, he'll be out in 6. And he's a danger to society. And I don't know why people are like that. If I make it to heaven, I'm going to ask. But there's some people, they hurt other people and they take other people's stuff. And to protect everybody else, you've got to isolate them. In 8 years, I was shocked.
Too little, you're saying?
Way too little. Way
Wow.
too little.
The government wanted 30 years on that.
Yeah, I mean, you have to separate these people from society.
Can I tell you something, Senator? Dana and I sit here every day, and we report on these shootings all the time.
Yeah.
And it's week after week, and it's month after month. And I mean, as a nation, we got to put the brakes on this.
We can't hire enough cops to stop everyone. So when you catch one who's just whatever you want to call it, mentally ill, total whack job. I hate to say mentally ill because that absolves them of responsibility. But you have to separate them from society. That doesn't mean you don't try to rehabilitate them. But that's the only answer. And that's why when you find folks that have been repeated offenders again and again and again, what's going to change? Except if you let them out, they're going to hurt more people or take more people's stuff. It's not, well, as I say in my book, they don't get it in Washington. Common sense is illegal.
Okay.
Good transition.
That's really deep, and you see that with the liberals completely to this day. And this is the thing about Senator John Kennedy is, you know, drop down below in the comments if you guys love Senator John Kennedy because he's brutally honest. That's the thing. Okay, he says he has the hard conversations. He has an answer within the hard conversations. Those are some things that I really appreciate about Senator John Kennedy. But that's the thing, common sense has become illegal amongst liberals, and it's really, sad to see, really. If you guys hear like my washing machine in the back, I apologize. But anyways, yeah. So, it's sad to see that common sense, telling the truth, has become illegal amongst the Democrats. All right. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are on that. We're going to get back to what Senator John Kennedy is saying, and then I'll wrap up with my thoughts on the back end.
It's a great time. So this is the book. It's How to Test Negative for Stupid and Why Washington Never Will. I love the length of it. It's pithy like your sound bites are. What's your message?
Wow. I didn't even know Senator John Kennedy was an author. Shout out to Senator John Kennedy. I just paused it right here. This is his book, How to Test Negative for Stupid and Why Washington Never Will. It's pretty cool. Definitely will check out.
Message in here. How do you test negative for stupid?
Return to common sense, but it's going to take a while. The water in Washington, D.C. is not going to clear up. You know this, Dana, until you get the pigs out of the creek. Just that simple. People are going to have to do it at the ballot box.
Quick answer. How long does the shutdown last?
At least another week.
Another week.
Yep. But what you're seeing is evidence.
What are your thoughts on this entire government shutdown? Are you guys pissed off at the Democrats? Are you guys like confused? Are you wondering what's going on? Or what are your thoughts and feelings? Do you think the Democrats are just insufferable? What are your thoughts? Like what are your thoughts during this entire thing, okay? And for it to be estimated to be another week is crazy. I mean, it's really, really wild. But yeah, the Democrats, they just don't want to cooperate. They just don't want to cooperate. And that's what we just consistently see time and time again. They put everybody else but the Americans first. Okay. And you see that time and time again. And this is why I look at individuals that still vote blue and I'm like, really? Like you still would like to be lied to like this? Like you still want to just vote blue? I mean, okay. That'll be your financial demise and economic demise, but it doesn't have to be that way, but they choose it. It's insane. Okay. And shout out to Senator Kennedy with his analogies and everything like that. He's the only one really, in my opinion, using common sense and humor. Okay. And it's really Senator John Kennedy is ultimately a breath of fresh air amongst all of this chaos. Okay. But let me know if you guys agree. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let's get back into the video. Let's go.
Of why senators are not like most teenagers. They're all over 40.
That's true. That's true. Well, congrats on the book. I love the dedication. There's many people that you recognize, but you also say it's for all the dogs everywhere.
I love dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are.
Thanks
I love
for being
dogs
here.
better than people.
No, nice to see you in person.
Thank you,
Senator.
Wow. And there we have it. If we had more senators like Senator John Kennedy, we'd have, America would have common sense again. And I'm set on that. Okay. Shout out to Senator John Kennedy for always, being a breath of fresh air, spreading the truth with a healthy mix of common sense and humor. I mean, I really genuinely appreciate that 1000%. And yeah, drop down below in the comments if you guys think that Senator John Kennedy rocks. All right, I certainly do, 1000%. Okay, and that's that. I can't even. I'm to a point now personally where I can't even trust Democrats with $1 at this point. I think that the Democrats, the Demonocrats, the Decepticonocrats, the Demon Rats, the Demon Crabs, okay, or Craps. All right, the Demo Craps. I'm solidified that they ultimately, hate America, hate the Americans, and, don't care if America sinks like the Titanic, okay? Because they ultimately try, it's like it's their way or the highway, and they never want to compromise. They never, want to use their brains ever. And yeah, so that's that. I don't know. Do you guys think they'll ever come around? I don't know. I don't think they will. I mean, judging by their track record, I think the Democrats are set in their ways, and that's that. And yeah, I think they want America to like burn and literally be left on fire like California when Biden left office. So there's that. Anywho, shout out to the King Squad. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. Thank you for all donations and all the support. You guys tuning in. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I apologize for my delay again, by the way. I was not feeling the greatest. Kids going to school and stuff like that. That whole situation. I had gotten like really sick. So, and I mean like really sick. So I like couldn't move for a few days. I was out of it. I was so disappointed because I'm sitting here like, no, the King Squad. Like I have to let them know what's going on. But I couldn't. So I apologize, you guys. I do give updates on my Instagram, so you can, keep up with me over there. Every once in a while, I give an update every once in a while, so you can keep up with me over there. My Instagram is in the description and in the channel links on my channel. So if you are on your phones, you can find it as well. But yeah, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Shout out to the King Squad. Thank you for all donations. Thank you for all your support. You guys are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Peace.